Welcome students, this is Tom Harmer, your accounting professor, and this will be a demonstration of how to do an accounting project in Excel. This would be the same as a manual accounting project that was done by hand, but we are using the tool Excel for doing it. Our first accounting project assignment is in Excel, so this will give you a heads-up demonstration of how to proceed with it. So there you go. I am in the Evans project, and we've got here on the far left tab, you can go down to the far left corner of the screen and you'll see I've got these tabs down here: the journal, general ledger, worksheet, statements, balance sheet, post-closing trial balance. So I've got all of our transactions in this little project right here, so I can enter them in our general ledger. So we're in the year 2012. And our transaction A, this is our posting reference here, is on June 1st. We've got Evans invests $20,000 in the business, Evans Consulting. Okay, so here I am in 2012. And I come down, this is June 1st. And we've got cash. Remember, this is the account names that we are dealing with here. All right, and that was 20,000. And the other part of that transaction, I indent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I've got Evans and a credit there to Evans Capital of 20,000. Now I put the chart of accounts down here with the account numbers because when we're ever doing journal entries, we're using the account names. Okay. So then we have our description here. I'll space into the center. This is an owner investment. Okay, so then we're off to our next transaction. I don't write June again. I just skip a line and come down here to June 2nd. And that brings me over here to Evans pays 7 months rent in advance totaling $8,500. So that's going to be, so you come down here, that's prepaid rent. Okay, so that's, and we're not doing posting references, of course, until we post to the general ledger. Okay, and then I've got a credit to cash. $500. And noting that 7 months rent is important because that way we can calculate what our monthly rent expense is later on. Okay, so there I've journalized 2 transactions. Now, in your accounting project, you would journalize all the transactions, skipping a line in between. We start off with our external transactions A through G. These are transactions with outside parties. The next chapter we get to will be covering adjusting entries, and we'll do those then. But our first step is to journalize our external transactions, post them to the general ledger accounts, which you come down to this bottom tab down here, or see down here at the bottom, click, and here's our general ledger. Okay, so we are going to be posting these transactions from the journal to the ledger. Okay, so let's just go ahead and post this first transaction here. Okay, that is on June 1st, 2012. A debit of $20,000. So here I am on this is, I'm going to put that let's see, I'll put the year up here, 2012, and I've got June 1st, and I don't do a description for external transactions in the ledger. The description is in the journal, but that was posting reference A. That's transaction A, and that was 20,000. And then you notice I hit the tab key to move to the right. Okay, then I enter the balance in the account. See, in a general ledger account, this T here, the first T, is the transaction T. This is the balance T. And so a cash account always has a debit balance, so all of our balance forwards are going to be kept here. Right after we've entered that balance in here, I come up, I grab that account number, and I come back to the journal and I enter that 101. right there, and that tells me that has been posted. Now I'm going to post the credit to Evans Capital. Okay, and down here I'm going to scroll down to the capital account. Okay, there's Evans Capital, and this is 2012 again, and this is June 1st, and no description, and this is coming from A, posting a reference A, and then it's a credit of 20,000, and so that means it's a credit balance of 20,000. Okay, now I'm going to take 311 and I'm going to go back to my journal and enter that right there, 311. Boom. So that tells me those posting references say these have been posted and the balances of those accounts have been calculated. Okay, let's do the next one, prepaid rent. Okay, that's going to be a debit of 8,500. Okay, and that's on the second. General ledger, come up here to prepaid rent. Okay. And this is 1, 2, okay, June 2nd, and I'm not entering, and this is posting reference B, and this is a debit, 8,500. Come over, enter the balance. As soon as that balance is entered, I grab the account number and I come back, boom, and enter that. This has been, that was 114. Was it 114? Let's take a look. Yes, it is. Okay, 114. Okay, now I'm going to post the credit to cash. Okay, I'm not going to enter 101 here, even though I know it's that number, until I've literally posted it. So I'm coming back. I'm just going to move this menu out of my way here. Okay, to the general ledger. And I'm going to go a credit. So this is on the second. Tab, this is transaction B. Tab, and this is a credit of 8,500. So now we're not going to credit over here in the balance column. No, we're getting our balance forward. So that would be, let's see, 11,000, see 10,000, no, 11,500. And then as soon as I've got that balance entered there, I grab the 101, come back to the journal, and post 101. Okay, there we go. I have journalized and posted the first two transactions, A and B. Your task is to journalize and post the rest of these, and so that all the general ledger accounts over here will have their balances after all of the external transactions have been done. The next project after that is to go over to our worksheet where the trial balance is located and enter the numbers there. Now here's the worksheet. The worksheet begins with the trial balance, which we've done in the first couple chapters of the book, but now we're actually doing the trial balance out of the general ledger accounts, which is more reality. Now, so if I had all of those transactions, the external transactions posted, then I would have all the balances for the various accounts here. Let's come back and just grab one. The balance in this cash account at this point is 11,500. So if I was doing a trial balance today, I'd come over here and I put 11,500 debit. Okay, and then I'd walk my way through all of the other accounts. Right now, of course, I don't have all those transactions posted, so that was just a demonstration. It's not going to be the end balance when you do the trial balance. So if we come back here to our journal page, the instructions say posted transactions to the general ledger accounts include references A, B, and C, and we're doing A through G initially, and then do the trial balance, and then when we get studied up in our adjusting entries, then we will do those and move forward with that. But for now, that is how you journalize, post to the general ledger, and then transfer the balances from the general ledger to the worksheet. And then after that, after we've got all of our adjusting entries in, then we'll be doing the income statement, statement of owner's equity, the balance sheet, and eventually the post-closing trial balance. So there you go. This is essentially a practice exercise for you. Once you have successfully accomplished this, then you will be able to do the accounting project that's been assigned. And there you are. So thank you very much. I hope that proved helpful for you, and look forward to seeing your submitted project.